In our continual quest to become YouTube's premier co-op experts, we've been suggested quite a few co-op games to play by you guys. Dying Light, The Forest, Salt and Sanctuary, Project Zomboid, not entirely sure what that one is, and well, a ton more than that. One game that's been showing up in our comments consistently for years is Deep Rock Galactic, and trust us, it's a game we've wanted to play. But due to only recently getting Xboxes, and our hopes of building PCs shrinking along with the chip shortage, we just couldn't, and that sucked, until they finally did it. They heard our cries for Rock and Stone. They brought Deep Rock Galactic over to all the Sony ponies on January 4th, a date we immediately circled in our calendar. So here we are as the Co-op Bros finally letting you know if Deep Rock Galactic is for you and your best friends. This one's for you, Carl.
For Carl!
For Carl! For Carl!
I'll drink to that.
Oh, this was awesome.
Dude, that's a good one.
That was a good one.
Dude, nice combo. Let's go, baby. That's a flip.
Oh god! Whoa! Oh gosh! Wait, if I fall?
Oh, but this is perfect. No, this is perfect. This is perfect.
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
How you doing?
If you were to give out a trophy for the easiest game to play together, Deep Rock Galactic has it in the bag. Here's how to link up with your fellow dwarves. Are you ready for this? You press triangle. Yep, that's it folks. No convoluted menus, just invite your friends with 2 button presses and you're set. Now before you can start mining away with your crew, you'll have to get through a brief 10-minute tutorial, so please keep that in mind. But after that, you can play all Deep Rock has to offer in 4-player online co-op from beginning to end. Unfortunately, there isn't any local co-op on this one, so sorry guys. At least it supports cross-generation play, so folks on PS4 can play with their friends on PS5, which applies to the Xbox family as well. Crossplay is a little more complicated though. Xbox and PC gamers can link up, but only if you bought the game through the Microsoft Store. PlayStation and Steam users are unfortunately left out of the equation entirely. Aside from all that, I want to mention that we had a really clean experience with this game, encountering 0 bugs or netcode issues. Not surprising since we're playing this per its arrival on PS Plus after being around for a good bit. But man, are we glad we finally got to play this game, cause it's freaking great.
Hello. Oh, hey, guy.
Oh, hey. We're just really glad you're here.
Force him back.
We're just really happy to see you.
Wow.
Did you guys just like wait for heaven to do?
Like many narratively lacking co-op games, the gameplay loop is simple to describe in Deep Rock Galactic. After hooking up with your friends, the session host will determine which mission you all go out on. You'll want to align your goals as best as possible here, so we suggest checking your assignments and trying to do the same ones together. Once you're squared away, you can get into the drop pod, slap the dice, shat a few rock and stones, and head into the mines. Missions will vary depending on which type you're playing, and in total there are 8 different varieties you'll face. These do a good job at changing the experience, either minimally or drastically, and we appreciated how they force you to work together in different ways. Gathering eggs, for example, felt entirely different than on-site refining, our personal favorite, and it kept the game mostly fresh throughout our playthrough. After a mission, you'll check for weapon, armor, and perk upgrades, maybe try a new beard on for size, dance a little, drink a little, you know, dwarf stuff. Then you'll head back out there for more. It's a solid gameplay loop that keeps the focus on fun, which we appreciated.
Okay. I need everybody to leave. Honestly, just leave. Hey! It's actually pretty funny looking.
Yeah, like
The whole squad just showed up.
The best parts of Deep Rock's co-op come down to its complementary classes and cooperative mission objectives. You'll have the choice of 4 grizzly dwarf classes to choose from: the Gunner, Driller, Scout, and Engineer. Each class has their own arsenal, but it all really boils down to their unique traversal abilities. Andrew's Gunner can place zip lines, Jay Scout can fly around with a grappling hook, Christian's Engineer can create platforms, and finally, my Driller can, well, drill through walls of course. Combining these abilities is essential to moving through the various caverns, but then the different mission objectives outright demand your cooperation. As Andrew said, there's 8 different mission types, but the on-site refinery missions are the pinnacle of Deep Rock's co-op in our opinion at least. The goal is to build a network of pipes leading to different pumps in the cavern. Because the Scout is the fastest and can light up caverns with his flare gun, Jake would often be the first to head out and ping the pumps for us. Meanwhile, Andrew would set up a network of zip lines that would make it easier for us to get in and out of the refinery as quickly as possible. Plus, they're really helpful to fend off any foes that come our way. When it comes to finally building the segments, it's all hands on deck of course, but the engineer and driller are particularly helpful here. Together, we can make tunnels for the pipes as well as platforms to reach higher elevations. When all the gears are turning and everyone's playing their role, you can't help but feel incredibly satisfied at all you've accomplished. It's not all work and no play though. Despite the higher-ups at Deep Rock cutting corners, giving us crappy equipment, and seemingly not caring about our well-being,
You made it through.
Oh my god! Did you just see that?
Yeah.
there's at least a great bar back at HQ. There we can drink from the great selection of beers, show off our moves on the dance floor, kick some barrels, throw out some rockin' stones, and get into all sorts of shenanigans. Now most games might have 1 or 2 silly side activities like that, but here they're a full-fledged feature. I mean, there's a dedicated button for shouting for rock and stone, come on. There's a certain charm to Deep Rock that's hard to put into words. These little activities aren't the kind of thing you'll find on the back of the box, but they're crucial to reinforcing that feeling of camaraderie this game is so good at fostering.
It tastes so good.
Hey, Andrew.
Oh god! Oh, what's happening? Oh! Why is this happening? Oh, shoot it! Oh, I got. Whoa! I went all the way over here. I went way over here, dude. Oh, they keep sitting me underneath the thing. Oh my gosh.
Deep Rock Galactic is luckily one of those co-op games where the good largely outweighs the bad. In other words, they nail the co-op mechanics much more than they miss. However, we did notice a few issues that took away from the co-op and subsequently the overall fun. Now, as Gabe mentioned, the classes each have a different traversal ability that is very unique to Deep Rock and makes for really cool rolls during missions. Plus, some of the secondary abilities like my shield would help occasionally during a fight. That's all good. However, while those abilities do differentiate the classes, you as the player don't have a whole lot of agency in furthering that differentiation. Take a game like Outriders. Similar classes are provided, we've all seen the big tank with the shield before, it's in every class-based game. However, in Outriders, I made my tank my own by stat modifying armor or interesting skill tree choices, plus just way more options for abilities. In Deep Rock, you do have a perk tree, but it hardly feels like a game changer. Other than when Christian unlocked our good buddy Steve, where he could befriend a base level grunt, the rest were pretty non-consequential. I decided to give myself a faster heal and more speed with my perks, but I don't think it really changed my experience much more than the rest of the guys. Again, I think the classes are good because of the aforementioned traversal abilities, but past that they lack a level of customization we've seen in other standout co-op titles. So is the lack of customization and less than stellar perk tree enough to say the game wasn't fun? Well, no, but the progression through those systems was probably our least favorite part. We ended up putting around 25 hours into this game. We think it's a pretty solid amount, and yes, we recognize many will put in 100 plus. But it does feel like the progression favors really long playtimes, because despite 25 hours, none of us ever even reached class promotion with even one class, and therefore never unlocked deep dives or the Forge, which admittedly could have helped levy the class customization complaints I made earlier. So if you're planning on playing Deep Rock, prepare for it to be a regular in your co-op rotation for a while if you want the full experience. But if you are like us and don't see yourself committing months of time to one game, there's still more than enough to enjoy. Not only is this game silly intentionally with the amazing community building elements, but it also sets itself up for co-op shenanigans with its gameplay. We turned the refinery pipes into a physics-based roller coaster simulator, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
3,
Yeah,
2,
go.
1, let's go!
We turned returning to the drop pod into an impossibly one-sided race that Jake won more often than not.
Oh god, I got stuck.
Move, bro, drill.
No! No! I'm here, I made it! No, Jake!
And Jake turned his grapple hook into, well, let's just say that he got revived more than anyone else.
Save me!
Oh my god.
In the middle too.
Deep Rock was fun, and that, as always, is our best way to recommend a game.
One of the best parts of playing co-op games is having a dedicated time to catch up with friends, to kick back, relax, and have a good time together, letting the stress of work melt away while you kill some aliens, mine some rocks, and ride a roller coaster you made out of pipes, I guess. Deep Rock Galactic goes down as one of our favorite games to do just that. It's one of the easiest games to start up and get into with a group of friends. Its co-op mechanics are excellent, with complementary classes, varied missions, and some of our favorite, shall we say, little touches in a game. Despite a lackluster progression system, we can say this is without a doubt a blast to play. Ever since we saw this hit Steam, we've dreamed of playing it on consoles, to finally see what all the hype was about. And now that we have, all we can say is, full rock and stone, my friends.
Thanks for watching, guys, and consider sticking around by subscribing or helping us out with a like or a comment below. If you want to know what's next on our list of games, check out our GG profiles or follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Either way, we'll see you next time on another episode of The Co-op Bros.
Some stevia Oreos. You just
You guys don't deserve it. See you later, boys.
Oh my god. I think we're gonna get less XP for that.
I hope you do. I hope you do. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, you deserve it. You guys deserve
We
it.
got it, Andrew. You and me, baby. We did all
Yeah,
the
dude.
work.
And it was an extra hazard, so that's even more for us.